Yo, I am doing some meal prep today. I have garlic chicken. I have a Mount Diablo spice rub that I get from a butcher shop. I'm gonna show you guys what I made. I find like the hardest part is thinking about what to eat for dinner when I get home. So what I did was I basically cooked a ton of chicken and seasoned it in different flavors so that way I can go home and take it outside of like the refrigerator and like cut something up, make it easy. I can do like rice bowls with like chicken. Sometimes I'll do like cauliflower with chicken. Or I'll just eat like chicken and marinara, which is not that great, but I gotta figure it out. So, oh, okay. 1 second. I got my oven mitt. Here's my chicken. So this is going to last me basically, I'm probably thinking about eating like one chicken breast on non-heavy days, and then non-chicken breasts on non-heavy days, and then like 2 chicken breasts when I do like leg day, so I can get like my protein in. So that's this part. It looks pretty good. Honestly, I think I'm gonna have to cook it for a little bit more because I think they raw. And then here's my other chicken. It's like a Mount Diablo chicken. So it just has some like chili, parsley, little soy sauce marinade that I got from like my local butcher shop. But just want to show you what this looks like. I'm gonna put this here. And then I guess some of the things I'm gonna talk about is like how I entered this journey. So when I think about the journey that I entered on of like weight loss, has always been a part of my life. I played sports basically my entire life. So I wrestled. When you wrestle, you're losing weight. When you're playing football, you're also like gaining weight, and you're just working out so much that you never actually think about how many calories you're consuming. If you think about like from a sports perspective, you are working out at 4 a.m., then you're working out again at practice, and you're sprinting, you're burning, 8 to 10,000 calories like a day. But then when you like transition into like the real world, you're still having those habits that you picked up from like college, but now you're a lot more sedentary because you're working now. In the 9 to 5 life, no one actually like talks to you about. So I was kind of on my health journey for like a while, but I think where it really took a turn is I was playing basketball and actually like ruptured my Achilles. I ruptured my Achilles, and for like 2.5, 3 years, it was difficult for me to like run. It was difficult for me to just do anything like extra physical. If you think about like someone like KD or like Kobe Bryant who ruptures their Achilles, it takes them like 2 years. Imagine someone that's not a professional athlete and doesn't have that money. So that was kind of me trying to figure out like what exercise looked like over the last like couple of years, because I realized I actually don't like to exercise at all. I like to lift weights, but I actually don't like to do cardio. So what that meant is, although like I was active, it was because I was playing basketball, tennis, hiking, running, and doing those things. But then when my Achilles ruptured, it forced me to start thinking about exercise in a different way, which is like you got to do it for your health. But that's boring. If you don't have like an end goal, you're not going on vacation, it becomes extremely difficult to figure out like what your passion is. I've tried running, I've tried crash dieting, but truly there is like no purpose to why I wanted to like work out. So when I'm thinking about like this year, 2026, now I'm just kind of thinking about like health from longevity perspective, right? It's not just about looking good. It's not about like a 6-pack. It's mainly about like your overall health. So sorry, I've been talking for a minute. So I have a couple things that I'm gonna pair in my meal. So if you can see here, I got some like shrimp. I got some like cauliflower rice. So sometimes I'll do like a Benihana style, like shrimp and chicken. I'll bake that like together. And so I'll keep that there. I also have like salmon. So I want to make sure that I have every single thing in the fridge that's easy for me to like eat. And then from this perspective, it's a little bit junky, but I keep things in my refrigerator to like help with that. So I have like some almond milk. I have zero sugar creamer. So I keep a lot of those things in. Every now and again, I do have like a little like cheat day. So as you can see, I got like my broccoli here. I got like my chicken tikka masala. My wife, she does like meal prepping too, but it's really like spaghetti, and you know we can't be eating spaghetti for like 10 days. So yeah. So basically, I'm almost done with my chicken. So I'm gonna put this up and just figure I'll talk with you all. And yeah, I guess I really don't know how to do this. This is like my very first one. So I'm cutting back the oven on because I think I need this. And so, yeah, essentially, as that's kind of working, I just wanted to share my story and just like give you my thoughts on like where everything is for today. I'm kind of walking upstairs, so you got to give me a little grace here. But when I think about the last, I don't know, 3 years of like my life and what I wanted to do, it just always felt like I wanted to have a six pack and I wanted to be in shape. And I did a lot of these things. And that's through like yo-yo diet, and you do the keto diet, you do a carnivore diet, but then you go out with your friends, you go on vacation, and then all of a sudden like everything goes out the window and you're back to like where you started. So, you know, when I think about how I want to be this year, it's really trying to get to the gym every day. And that doesn't necessarily mean like lift, but I'm thinking in terms of you get to the gym, you create this habit of like a second home. It's so easy to go to a Starbucks drive-through, so easy to go through a McDonald's, so easy to go through an In-N-Out burger. Why can't I go to a gym? So that's kind of like my goals. You know, I live in an area where like you can do a lot of walking, but primarily through parks. And again, what I told you was my way of exercising has always been like, hey, I'm going to go walk to the store. I'm going to go play basketball. I'm going to go play tennis. But I never thought to myself, I'm going to wake up in the morning and exercise. What? Oh, Alexa, can you cut the timer off? It need another 5 minutes. So where was I? Yeah, so I never really thought, how do I exercise? For context, I was a college like athlete, so and I think I said this before, and this is my first video, so apologize, but I chased a six pack. I chased speed. I never chased health. I never really wanted to be healthy. I just wanted to play basketball, and therefore I was healthy. And so I had to change like my entire mindset, especially as I got older. And when you think through what I've been through as far as like moving up in my career, being able to get a house, have a beautiful wife. I have every single thing that I want, but then when I look around, it's like the one thing I don't have, you can't buy, which is health, weight. So that's why I'm on this journey. I've been thinking about doing this for a while, and I understand that people are going through the same exact thing. I'm hoping that I can inspire you to do some of those things. I'm gonna do these every single Sunday, show you the meal prep that I'm doing. If you need like recipes, let me know. I'm happy to do that as well. But it comes down to the gym, weight loss, whatever it is, like physically with your body. These are things that just cannot be bought. You have to like earn them. And this is kind of new for me because I'm not going out to compete. I'm going out to compete for my 60-year-old self, and it's hard to like wrap my mind and head around it, but it's something I'm doing. um if you've ever felt like it's difficult, I've lost weight, I've gained weight, but I'm on this journey today to inspire one person. Even if one person sees this video and feels like they can do it too, we can be accountability partners and do it together. Most importantly, everyone has their own journey. It's easy to not have those around you support you or like not take you serious because you always are saying you want to lose weight. Me personally, I'm not considered the GLP or like Ozempic or Wegovy because I only have, like maybe 30 pounds to lose. But there are some times where I'm just like, damn, it would be like so much easier. But I think it doesn't solve the core issue of me needing to create better habits. For context, I'm gonna go ahead and just show myself off here. So if you look, this is kind of where I am today. So this is kind of like how I look. I'm not very happy with this. Like, honestly, it's very difficult for me to share this with you all, but I deserve it. You all deserve it. My wife deserves it. And what I mean by that is, like, we all deserve our best version of ourselves. We owe it to our parents, we owe it to ourselves, and that's why I'm taking this journey. So this is kind of what I look like now. Here's my side. Here's my back. I really hate that I got this like long oblong booty. It's just annoying. Here's this. Just, it's like at this point, sometimes people joke with me that I should start an OnlyFans, and I'm just over it. So this is kind of where I am for today. I hope you kind of enjoyed this video. If you want to see more of this, subscribe or like. But really, this is like a journey that I'm going to be accountable with you all. And all right, I want to put my clothes back on because this is uncomfortable.